Hello. Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein and the Road to 100, where today we're going to be getting our 49th star to start on the 50-star run. So that'll be really a special one in the next run here that we do in Vein. So for this one, we're just going to finish off with some good old-fashioned slashing here with the Skull King, since we haven't really done a just full-on all-out multiplier bonanza here with Jack on this run. So this will kind of be our final build for the Jack run, and I hope you guys enjoy it running Ishtar here. And we're gonna have one-handed sword mastery, swift destruction, so these are increases at both ends of the equation. If you guys didn't see that video, then go back and watch. If you're a subscriber, then you can see it on the introduction page, but here we will have all the multipliers possible. Weapons, we will have inside parentheses, we'll have outside parentheses, we'll have additions, we'll have all the multipliers, everything running here. So this should be pretty good here to go for the Skull King, and if we are lucky, we can skip phase 5, but there's no guarantee of that, so let's get it going here and see if we can skip phase 5 or not. But that is pretty hard to do overall, but it is possible. So let's see just how good and close we can get before that happens. So here we go. Let's get Jack going, and then let's get our Shadow Assault here. Okay, and then get our items going. So we have to get him out of phase 1 very quickly in order to make good use of our mobility enhancer timings. Okay. Ouch, that was not supposed to happen. Okay. Let's go ahead and heal there and get a mobility enhancer. Okay. Okay. Good. And we'll get a mobility enhancer. We'll get this going. Okay. Oh, good job, Jack. Okay, he's transitioning, which means we might be able to skip phase 5 here. Ouch. If we don't die. Now he should go into stagger. There's the stagger, and finish with the Shadow Assault, and we skip phase 5. So pretty rough here for the Skull King. I mean, we did take a death there, which was unfortunate, but very cool that this is that much damage overall. And remember, we're doing about 130k HP damage here on him. And we had the 2 phase reductions of, we had the 10% in phase, there we go, 49 stars. So perfect, we've got over the limit here of too many stars at the moment, but we'll be working on 50 stars next. But what I wanted to say was that we got up over the last phase hurdle, and so in phase 1 and 2, right, you have a 10% resistance to slash. In phase 3 and 4, you have a 20% resistance to slash, and because we have no elements here at all, it is all the base physical multipliers here, so we don't have really any problem with our damage here. And so that way we are able to we're able to get some really high damage overall, because if he's only got a 20% reduction on our damage, let's see here what that would look like as the crow flies, what our damage would look like here overall. And the really great thing about this is that once you see these numbers here, you're able to look at this and say, okay, so 4416 times a 1.2 roughly, that gets us to about 5,300 or so on a hit, and then we'd have our Shadow Assault multiplier on that and everything. But if we take this and multiply it by 0.8 in phase 3 and 4, that's still 4,300 about. damage per hit that we're getting out on him, so that works out really, really well here to have huge, huge, huge damage multipliers that you can stack up here with the Black Greatsword. And the nice thing about it is that the running attack, whoops, not that one, the running attack like that is very, very fast execution, and then you can follow it up with a second side swipe like that, and then if you continue running over and over, you can repeat that combo. But if you want to do the first slash and the second slash, it's not exceptionally quick, but it does get the job done, as you saw. Now, the interesting thing here about the Black Saber is that it is the heaviest one-handed sword that you have access to, besides the Fulmin Blade, which this is 51 3/4. This guy's 55.2, and then the machete is like 50, almost 53, yeah. And then the broadsword is almost 50. So this guy is absolutely the heaviest one-handed sword that you can come across. So you don't really see it used too often in a whole lot of different build sets. Just because of that fact that extra super weight here, it almost is in the levels of a two-handed sword or a halberd, probably more along the lines of halberds, as you can see here. It's right in line with the weight here of 55, and this guy's 60, and this is at 1228, so you're only gaining a little bit of extra increase damage there. This guy is actually lighter, and it has a little bit more damage, so it scales differently and such. Yeah, here for the Damarung, this is actually less damage and more weight. So this sword is right alongside of all of the halberds and kind of what's in this class. 58, I mean, that is right in the wheelhouse of what this sword is. So if you're looking for a very heavy one-handed sword, look no further than the Black Saber. But this guy can drop the earliest in the game from the from the hunter in black, the Black Hunter in the Cathedral, when you get the regen activation factor in that room when you come off of the I believe it's the outer tower. Um, yeah, the outer tower, our outlook tower here, and then when you run down this little pathway and then down the spiral, and then you take a left, then he's right there at the end of the hallway in a little room all by himself. That is the first place that you can pick up a Black Saber. And from my anecdotal 100 runs that we did with Revenants Greed, actually active, you can get about one every 12 or 13 drops or so, something like that. And so if you just grind him out pretty quick, you can have a really good sword pretty early on, pretty easily as well. So if you're looking for something like this, this is a great sword to use, and as well as obviously the Ishtar setup here with all the crazy multipliers that we have access to in order to ensure that we take the Skull King down very quickly. So this is a far departure from the 10x challenge, but this is the opposite end of the spectrum actually, and this is why I love Vayne so much, is that just because of how the crazy of the builds and everything can come together and actually make really good use of different weapons that you may or may not have actually seen used in any sort of way. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. We got our 49 stars. We'll be starting up 50 stars here coming maybe today or tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure. This is kind of a shorter one here, finishing out the Skull King and such. And yeah, we're making progress. So we're just about halfway through the road to 100. So holy moly, hold on to your hats, and looking forward to the next half. So we'll see you guys in the next one.